RPG for You and Me presents a special Patreon mini-series. Welcome to Silica Valley. Sia puts down her skiing goggles, fixes them very tightly, and looks up almost like she's like at the starting block for a sprint, but with her back legs also poised in a catapulty sort of way.
Set also lowers his goggles down and he pulls his mask up and hooks it over his front horn so it's holding there, and he looks over at Sia and he looks over to Garaji, and then he looks straight up to ahead of him with Chikaro. On my mark. Let's go.
Gosh, she goes.
There's a flurry of motion as everyone snaps to action. We get a faraway shot from the gun emplacement on the far wall, just watching these smaller figures begin to race their way up the stone pillar, just the porous, hole-filled rock, and they begin to disappear into the green mist above. So we're going to go ahead and let me arrange everybody on the map here. So Chikaro is going to be going first, put him here, and everybody else is going to be beginning at the very first point. I'm going to deal cards here, but it's going to happen after the first action. So as Chikaro's Sarachoris begins to bound its way forward, you hear him let out just sort of a mad laugh as it begins to climb vertically, digging its three-toed hooves into the rock and propelling itself upward with shocking speed and precision for such a great, broad creature with such hefty mass. And as soon as you guys begin to go vertical, you can feel the vibration rumbling up from the stone through the Sarachoris and into you, and there is something about to happen. The last thing that Chikaro says before something happens is, "Luck, don't fail me now!" And then things happen.
Oh no, it's not ominous at all.
So from feet ahead of you, you can see... And this is a vertical shot. Like, you guys are being propelled straight upwards or running vertically yourselves.
What if the camera was like turned so that the pillar was like the ground plane?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think that's really cool. Yeah, so the perspective shifts and we see everyone riding forward, but from up above we see pebbles and small rocks falling down like slow-moving projectiles as they clatter off the ground that you're running up on. Maybe fall against you, bounce off with the force of minor gravity. But it's like, I don't know, it's like being in an amusement park ride as you're just being propelled upwards, because you can feel that you're going vertically, but you're not, well, most of you, with the exception of Sia here, you're not the one that's actually controlling the motion, so it's a perpetual force throwing you upward as you sink back in the saddle, you know, as your body naturally tries to pull itself back to the ground, so it's certainly a little disconcerting. Up ahead, as the rock continues to rumble, there's a great eruption as a blurry form bites its way through the rock right beneath Chikaro and his Sarachoris. And I'm going to make a roll.
Now you say bites. How do we know that?
The creature that you see emerge is just a great fleshy cylinder. And I know that's probably a really bad description to throw out there, but...
A giant dick on it.
It's a rockworm. Totally proprietarily different than a sandworm. Not stepping on anyone's toes or getting...
It doesn't make an upper. It makes a downer, so it's different.
It just makes you sad. Downer, as it swallows you and you go down.
Yeah, it goes down the hatch.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Something bursts from beneath the stone, and you can see several mandibles or tines of a mouth close around the Sarachoris and begin to crush inward and grapple the creature. It bleats out a trumpeting sound as its footing begins to fail, and it is completely bound within the maw of this beast. And that's going to be the start of initiative.
That sounds right.
As Chikaro, in spite of himself, lets out a cry of surprise. So there are no actual guidelines for the order in which initiative is dealt in Savage Worlds. It doesn't say, deal these characters first, it's just kind of a free-for-all. So, Chase, as the main PC here, would you like me to deal Set first in initiative, or do you want to go last in initiative to see if other cards get filtered out? Do you have a preference there?
I usually do my players first, and I'll go clockwise, so...
That's kind of how
I
it's...
guess to be consistent with my experience and call, I guess deal me first and let the other ones fall where they may.
All right. Set gets a 7 of clubs.
Oh, no.
Because we are doing a chase, a club means there's a complication.
Yes, but I have 4 bennies.
You do. Would you like to...
At the end, I'll decide whether or not I want to use a Benny to redraw one, if
Sounds
you don't
good.
mind that.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. Sia, you get a 5 of clubs.
Well, I want to redraw that right now.
Okay, so spend a Benny. You get a Queen of Hearts.
Hot damn.
That's much better. Next up, we have Garaji, who gets a 7 of Hearts. And Claxby's with him. Ray on the ground gets a Jack of Hearts. The creature gets a Jack of Clubs. And Chikaro gets a King of Hearts. So, Set, you currently have a 7 of Clubs. Would you like to Benny and redraw?
Yes.
Yes, okay. You get a 7 of Diamonds.
Which is preferable.
Still better. No complications.
Yes.
Are you good with that, or would you like a new card?
I'll go with that. But I would like to play my adventure card.
Ooh.
I really hate these guys.
Okay.
At the beginning of combat, choose one specific and identical type of extra. Example given, wormlings, toxic zombies, cultists. For the duration of this fight, all of your attacks gain a plus 1d6 damage against them. So obviously, I'm going to pick the creature busting out of the side of this cliff face and any other creatures of the same type.
Okay, I think that sounds perfect. So for the duration of this encounter, you get to add 1d6 to any damage rolls. Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Very cool.
Awesome.
We'll definitely keep track of that, and on we go. What is Set's perspective here as this thing erupts outward to begin trying to grapple and swallow this Saracorus right in front of you?
He's looking straight up, probably a position that he's seen the Swiv riders ride before, where like when they're ascending, it's almost like they're hunkered down, like feet dug into the side. They're laying on the creature, like so that their head and their butt are vertical instead of like kind of leaning back and hanging out in the open like that. So it's like someone on the back of a race motorcycle, like a street bike, where they're just so low to it and their head's like next to the neck of this creature. And he just sees that almost dizzy thing burst out. So he's like looking straight up the cliff face. And I imagine this thing comes out several feet and rockets this creature out into the air. And so he's like reeling his head back as he looks up. His eyes are rolled as far back into his skull as he can while still being able to see. And he just watches this like vertigo-inspiring dance in the air as these creatures like burst out. And he can see the rope tethering him to Chikara and watching Chikara hang on for dear life as this creature is dancing in the air ahead of him. Set is just wide-eyed in this moment.
Very cool. As this creature erupts and we draw initiative, I need everybody to make me a fear check.
That sounds right.
At a -2. Both
Spirit -2?
It's going to be spirit at a -2. That's both because of the environment and the creature itself.
Okay. My spirit is a D4.
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
So my spirit's a D8.
Oh god, I need to.
I'm gonna spend a Benny to re-roll.
Okay.
So I don't lose myself in this moment. I rolled exactly the same roll again.
Rough.
I rolled worse, but
Okay.
I would like to retain a Benny in case.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend one more Benny because I had 4 Bennies, so I got 1 Benny left.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna hope that this. I rolled a 5 is the highest roll I rolled. So -2.
I'm sorry, did I give you a I meant to do this earlier. Did I give you a Benny for your plan to use Chikaro as bait?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then retroactively take a Benny for that because I did intend to give that to you.
Okay, so I rolled a 5, -2 is a 3. And that's where I'm gonna leave it.
Okay. So if you have failed your spirit roll, I need you to roll a d20 +2. And I'm gonna
+2!
+2. Well, it's because of the modifier. Yeah. If there is a modifier to the fear roll, you add that modifier to the d20 roll.
18.
Oh, man. With the +2, my 18 turns into a 20.
Oh boy. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me take a look here.
That's
And this is where we diverge.
categorizes it as a major phobia.
Okay, and Allie, so you got an 18?
Yeah.
Okay, Set, let's do you first. A 20 is a major phobia. The phobia is designed, it's something that you have kind of an irrational fear of. I don't really feel the need to make irrational fears happen out of terrifying situations, so I think it can certainly be based on something happening here. Do you have any ideas for what your major phobia might be because of this?
I do. The fact that I described the way I was looking up, where it's like this teetering feeling of looking up and out and watching this thing fall and it's suspend in the air ahead of him, I think Set is going to become afraid of falling from great heights.
All right.
Checks out.
Like vertigo or fear of heights. Yeah,
I think that's really cool, and that makes a lot of sense as somebody who is not a super big fan of heights themselves, so... And just as a reminder, phobias can be purchased off of your sheet using in advance through character-related stuff. My goal with phobias, I think it's cool when characters have those moments of failure and, have those hard things happen that they have to work through. So I will try to, not punish you as players for hindrances your characters have picked up, but I think it is fun to shine a spotlight on them from time to time. So Set, you'll gain major phobia, fear of heights. Sia, you get a minor phobia, basically the same thing, but slightly lesser. How does the situation impact you? What is your fear going to be of? Don't mind me making some rolls here.
I feel like she might have...
Nothing, no, go ahead.
I think she's gonna have a minor phobia of scared animal noises or loud animal noises.
Okay.
Because, I assume Chikaro's Saracor, when it, popped out of the rock, made a very scared noise.
It definitely did.
And I think it's going to be in her ears for a long time.
Screeching animals.
Yeah, loud animals.
Yeah, and this thing is, it is screeching because it's terrified, bleats of panic. It is currently being grappled by this thing, so it is in the jaws of a predator. So I think that makes perfect sense. Let me roll something else here. Oh my, okay. Claxby rolled a 6 minus 2 is 4, so Claxby this time does not panic and run.
Nice.
Graji rolled a 21. He failed his and got a 21, which is also a major phobia.
Oh my God.
I thought it was going to be a heart attack, so I thought we were going to get a shot of Graji falling out of his saddle, but he gets a major phobia. Let's see, so Graji is behind you watching all of this happen. He sees the same thing. Do you guys have anything interesting for what his could be?
Falling objects.
Falling objects. Okay, that's really cool.
Because all the rock, and he's seen this thing fall. He's afraid of being crushed by falling objects.
Falling objects, that's a good one. So now he's just gonna have eyes on the sky all the time.
Grashi, have you lived in a desert before? It's real nice. There's nothing even up there usually.
Usually, except this one thing.
Called a sky ray.
Wings. Yeah, it's hard to see him coming, but man.
Cool, can it move?
All right. I probably shouldn't roll for his Saracors, but we're going to. Saracors fails. What a surprise. And Chikaro. I'm going to give Chikaro an additional penalty because he's literally bound while all this is happening, so he can't do anything. Let's see. He rolled 2s. I guess he does have bennies still, so this is, blew up a 6 into a 2, so he got an 8, and I would have given him an additional -2 for -4, so he actually passes. I'm gonna say it's Chikaro's adrenaline fight or flight kicking in because he's literally on the verge of getting eaten and completely helpless, so he doesn't have time to be afraid.
He's like, ha 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 ha.
I'm not going to roll for Ray because he's on the ground and probably can't see it as well. And that'll just clog things up. So, very well done. Nobody had a heart attack. Nobody's panicking and running. Just, some internal stress and pain that you're going to internalize and deal with a long time after this.
Yup.
Good
Or,
scenes.
immediately, because the -2 is going to apply to everything I'm rolling right now because I'm currently at height and scared.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Oof.
I got a -1 because these animals don't shut up.
That's true. I'm gonna give Set another Benny specifically because you picked something that is going to apply in this situation, which I think is dangerous, but it's cool, so I like that you leaned into it, so take another Benny. First up in the initiative order is Chikaro. So Chikaro is gonna try to break free, believe it or not.
Would you say he wants to break free?
He wants to break free. It's probably not gonna work. So he is distracted and vulnerable. I'm going to roll his strength. Actually, if he's rolling his strength to break free, then it's either against a standard target number, or if we would like to retroactively make a roll for Set to see how well he tied these bonds.
Yeah, I'll just do a survival roll for the bond tying.
That's what I was going to suggest, so that sounds good. And if you fail it, it'll still just default to the target number of 4.
Guess what I rolled?
4?
4. Yeah,
Nice.
on both dice.
Well, if you want to Benny it, you can. Otherwise, target number of 4.
No, it's 4.
Okay.
4 on both dice. I think that's meant to be.
Oh my gosh. So Chikaro's strength is a d10 because that was his whole character concept, kind of. He rolled a 10 and a 6 on both of his dice, so he blew up both dice.
Good lord.
Into a 14. So he does break free of his restraints on the first turn here.
Breaks the ties around his ankles and around his own hands and just snaps out.
Yeah, I think he just hulks out of this out of sheer panic and force of will. So let's see here. Let me roll for his mount as well to see what happens there. And that one's going to be contested. No, it's a failure. So his mount is still bleeding in panic, bleating and bleeding probably, as the creature's trying to gobble him up. Just ahead of you, Set, you see Chikaro just frantically pulling at the restraints. He rips both of his arms up and away in triumph, and you see him wriggle out of the leg restraints too. He is up on a wall here. You see him turn in the saddle as he is looking to try to jump away to something safe, and he is going to try to do some mental math here. Man.
Can I speak to him?
Yeah.
I'm going to hold up the rope attaching him and me together and motion for him to jump towards my Cerakor.
You're offering him to jump on with you.
Yeah, so we're still like tied together. I'm still his anchor. So like out of all the options available.
But so, I mean, what are you trying to convey to him here?
Jump to my Cerakor, yeah.
In his moment of panic, as he's trying to just do something quickly, if he sees you offer that, he's going to jump to you.
Yeah.
I should probably have him make a roll to do that, to see if he doesn't slip and fall and, start to plummet to his death. It seems reasonable. And he has no wounds.
Me having to make a strength roll to try and keep myself from being pulled off the back of the Cerakor as his mass pulls me down as we're tied together.
Oh my god.
So he got a 5, which I think is enough for him to jump to your Cerakors. So it's almost just more of a hop down, like he just goes and lets gravity drift him down as you guys are going up so that he can grab on and just cling to it. He does that with just a grunt of effort, like a...
I kind of like sit up and back and he like slides right in front of me. So like my feet are locked into the like rudimentary foot ankles, but I let go of the rein rope up near the front and he like slides down and then he's able to grab onto that rope and we are in this awkward situation now.
That's very cool. I like that a lot. Next up is Sia has a Queen of Hearts.
Sia wants to run away as fast as possible. So I'm going to double move. I'm going to do my action with my run.
Cool. And I think what we had talked about before, as I said, just because of your ability to wall whack, I'm just going to give you one space advancement automatically for free as well, just because that's something you can do.
Yeah, so I'm going to roll athletics and see how far I get.
And if you're using that as your full turn, you get a +2.
-1 because of the animals.
And -1 because of fatigue.
So just a flat roll.
Yes. Bad.
And it's a fail.
Okay.
But I want to Benny it.
Okay.
I want to get out of range of these guys.
That's fair.
There's so many guys. Or at least one big guy with a lot of teeth. 4.
All right, you move another space.
I'll take it. She feels more than sees what happens down there. And I think the vibrations in the bits of her legs that are stuck into the rock encourages her to move a little bit faster, hand over hand, catapulting herself upwards.
Very cool. That is Sia's turn. Up next is Ray Bruiser, down below on the ground. You'd basically just given him orders to shoot on sight as soon as he could, right?
Yes.
That sounds right.
Ray, let's make some shots for him. I think I gave him a D6 shooting, because he was more of a melee boy. But
yeah, he had a D6, I remember.
A 3, a 3, and a 5. So he gets 1 hit. He gets 2d8.
If you're using the vehicle weapons from page 80 of the core rulebook, it's 2d8 +1, armor piercing 2.
It's perfect. Let's do that. Do you guys want to roll for Ray? I don't need to do his rolls. It's fun for you guys to roll the damage in the attack.
Set's car.
It is Set's car. That makes sense to me.
I'll roll the damage.
He got 1 hit this time, so 2d8 +1 and 2 AP here.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just using the medium machine gun stats.
So 1 hit, that's 12 total. Armor piercing 2.
12 total. That is a good amount. That's a wound. What you see happen is all of this is happening at once, but as the creature erupts out and is trying to devour the Saracourse, you hear the report of gunfire start from below almost immediately. And yeah, you watch these big tracer rounds just tear upwards through the fog around you, creating these pathways of light up above, that some of the light can shine through like God rays. And you watch the bullets slam into this creature, just tearing through the flesh, almost cutting a clean path through its cylindrical body. Hot droplets of blood begin to rain down on you as you are racing up past it.
What color is its blood?
What do you think's a cool color for worm blood?
Orange.
Orange? Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
It's like a nasty orange pus.
Ew.
And it starts to rain down. As you guys get closer, you see its mandibles crushing into the Saracourse, and everywhere that its mouth meets the fur, it's starting to dissolve the creature. So you see the just like nasty burn marks starting to seep into its flesh as it bucks and tries to get away. But you see it carve a line through part of this worm, and it starts to fall away and separate, the creature's head falling off with the Saracourse into free air, leaving a stump of the flailing body that is still protruding from the rock.
Ugh.
And that is Ray's turn. And next up is the creature. So it's just sustained a wound. The section that was clamping onto the Saracourse is now just falling away into the air down through the mist to the ground below, still clutching the bleeding creature. And as you're rushing past, you can see that there's just frantic movement of not only the body itself, but the edges where the bullets had torn away the flesh are starting to knit back together or writhe.
Yeah.
And you see a new mouth with these jagged little acidic teeth starting to form at the edges of it, just rapidly regenerating. But as it does so, the creature's body begins to shrink just a little bit, so it might even be hard to notice at this point, but it starts to do so.
There's those little plants that they had where you could pop each section off and it left another section. They're collared. They ascend up and they just pop off. Is that kind of what we're looking at here? Where
It sounds like it.
The front end pops off and there's just another end with a bunch of teeth right there.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. You've grasped the situation perfectly.
Oh no.
It's still just waving around like a bleeding windsock, just making a weird...
bleeding windsock?
That is a term. That is a term.
What do you want from me? All right. So Chikaro's mount is falling away. Chikaro is now with Set. Sia is the closest, or has moved the most, so this new one, I think it's gonna go for Sia. Because you're now the closest one that's made the most progress. As it's flailing around and you're trying to make its way up, it's kind of like Thresher Maw adjacent, where it sees you and it rears up and it's tracking you with, you're not even sure what. You can't see any eyes on this thing. And then it tries to just go and pin down where it thinks you're going to be, and it's going to try to grapple you.
Okay.
You can roll either athletics or strength at a -2, and you still have your fatigue and hindrance penalties.
So I got, I'll do, I guess, athletics at a -4. No.
It would be -2. Athletics at -2 or strength at -4 then.
Oh, jeez. I'll do athletics at -2.
Okay. Oh, that's bad.
Oh, well, you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, I'm gonna Benny it, because I need to. Oh, yes. Blew up a 10 into a 9, 19.
Well, that's definitely gonna grapple me.
Well, the first one was a 1 and a 2, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Can I use my adventure card?
Surely you can, if it's applicable, which it sounds like it probably is.
I think it could be.
Go ahead.
Okay. This one's Better You Than Me.
Uh-huh.
Play when your hero has been hit by an attack and there is another character within 10 yards. The other character suffers the attack instead. This may be played on friend or foe. I wanted to grapple Chikaro instead.
Oh my god, okay.
So, like, Chikaro just lands in front of me. into my lap, basically. Like, I'm like cradling him and I'm holding onto the rope. He grabs onto the rope, and then this thing just like, we could see from the corner of our eyes, if it's like tracking, it like seems like it's locking on Sia. It starts to bolt towards Sia and then curves and just maybe smells it like mid lunge and just smashes into Chikaro literally in front of me as I'm tied to him.
Yeah. That's
good news. Its razor teeth surely would cut through the rope.
I
do have a knife in my offhand.
That's true.
Ready to cut. Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
So yes, Sia, with your nimble, deft maneuvers, you're able to get out of the way, and this creature's mouth just barely hooks around Chikaro, but he slips in between its teeth perfectly, and you can now see he's like bracing himself against the circular mouthways. These teeth are bearing down. You see the little pus of steam start to rise away from where his hand is holding against its nasty acidic maw.
Oh god.
And let's see here. This is definitely harrowing for him because he thought he got away. Yeah, so you hear him get snatched with a cry of surprise and panic set, and then as he's pushing away, he just says, "No, not like this." And
that's so funny.
That's the creature's turn. Next up is Graji, and I'm sorry. Graji's was falling objects.
Or objects, yeah.
So there's a pretty big falling object in the form of this worm's head and the Saracorus in its mouth going by. So I think he's gonna still have his -2 here. Graji's gonna stick to the plan and try to make his way up. So that's what he's gonna do, and he's using riding because he is riding. Ooh, blew up an 8 into a 7, 15. Wow. -2 is a 13, so he's gonna move up 3. Actually, this is his whole turn, so let's see here. Where are you, buddy? There you are. 1, 2, 3. All right. See, Graji flies past you on clack speed, just racing past with barely even turning to consider Chikaro as he's grappled. He is single-minded, trying to make his way up. And finally, we get to Set. Thank you for your patience.
Oh my god. So Set's like, this guy landed. I'm suddenly feeling a whelm of panic as like we're at height, and this like the idea of falling to my death or being devoured alive is like welling up inside of me. Yeah. And this thing was just snatched Chikaro like literally inches away from me. Like Chikaro was physically touching me and just was wrenched out from in front of me off of the saddle. And there's a rope trailing between me and Chikaro. And this thing is huge. This worm thing is huge.
Yeah, it is a large creature.
Oh man.
It has a 2-point size modifier that I've been factoring in here. So it gets a -2 to try to affect you guys, and you get a +2 to try to affect it right now, if you're doing anything to it.
Yeah. I think at this point, I could try to use my sand shaping to maybe pull Chikaro out, or might use my strength to try and yank the rope to see if I can get him free. But I think given the fact that I failed my fear roll, I'm now afraid of heights, all of this is going on in front of me, I am simply going to cut the rope and try and spur the Saracore forward.
Alrighty. So I think the rope has a durability of 4 if it's a standard rope. You roll to hit it, it's got a parry of 2. Attacking objects, you do not get bonus damage, so it's basically as long as you don't crit fail your attack, you'll probably get it. And then you just need to deal 4 damage with that roll, and your damage dice cannot blow up when you're attacking the durability of an object.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and roll fighting.
Cool.
That blows up, so that means it hits because that doesn't affect the object, right?
Correct.
And then
4 damage.
Survival knife is a D4 plus my strength.
You have a D6 or D8 strength?
My D6 strength.
Cool.
I'm all agility, smarts, and spirit.
It's a good spread.
I do 5 damage.
Perfect. Yep, it's a nice clean cut. What does that look like?
So I had the knife in my offhand already, and as he's pulling away, I can see it pulling taut, and like as it's tugging at my waist, my hips shift forward a little bit, and the full tension's on the rope. I take a deep breath in and just slice as quickly as possible before I start getting wrenched off of the back of the Silica. And then I hear the tension in the rope twang as it jettisons off towards where Chikaro was pulled away from. And I get that sinking feeling in my chest of like, yeah, he's, I was ready to kill him earlier, but that kind of feeling of surrender and cowardice to the fear of the situation. But, the panic for survival. Mm-hmm. Then I throw my knife. Is it no, it's an action to sheath a weapon. So yeah, I just grip with my other hand and I just dig my heels in to try and get the Silica to drive forward.
You get like a free item interaction, so if you wanted to sheath the knife, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, and I just sheath the knife, and I just dive it back into my belt so I don't like stab myself while we're going up the side of this cliff.
Right. Oof. Yeah. Poor Seth.
He did it.
He did it. And I presume you're probably going to want to try to move up.
Yeah, just take the free action for it. That's why I was digging the heels in.
Gotcha. So this is going to be a riding roll.
Okay. So...
Oh, you got a plus. You got your boost trait.
Yeah, if you used that beforehand. I'm not going to make you use an action to do it now if you would have used it.
Yeah, I'm going to assume once we started riding forward, I would have used that. I'm sorry I didn't call that out earlier.
No, you're good.
So -2 because we're at heights, +2, -2 because I'm not proficient in riding.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, there's a D4 -2. So I rolled a 1. I'm going to spend 1 Benny to try and pull myself out of this. Once again, that with a -2 comes out to a 1. I don't pull forward.
Let's take a step back here, and I'll just say that the way that I've set this up is because you guys have a fixed location. I said you need to make it 9 cards. It's not reasonable to me that you would make absolutely no progress. So I had already talked about giving you like a free one because of your net. I don't know. Am I making it too granular by...
I feel like everybody would be able to make at least a card up by 1 turn, because Set's doing things, but his Silica is the one running.
Right. I think it doesn't make sense to make no progress because you have to be moving vertically. So let's say everybody's going to move at least 1 card per turn, no matter what. Normal successes raises on top of that, and Sia can move 2 because of her natural aptitude, and she's in control of herself. So let me readjust here. So right now, out of 9 cards, Set is on card number 2, Sia is on card number 4, and Garaji is on card number 5. Creature and Chikaro are on card number 3 currently.
Cool.
And that's the end of the round. Fast, furious fun? So Set, you get a 7 of spades. Mm-hmm. Sia, you get an ace of hearts. Ray Bruiser gets a 4 of diamonds, and Garaji gets a 4 of hearts. Chikaro gets a queen of diamonds, and the creature gets a 5 of diamonds.
I'm going to spend a Benny to draw another card.
You certainly may. See here. You get a jack of clubs. I'm sorry, a jack of spades. Much better. Okay. Jack of spades.
Okay, that's better. That's better.
Okay, so the turn order is going to be Sia with ace of hearts, Chikaro with queen of diamonds, Set with jack of spades, creature with 5 of diamonds, Garaji with 4 of hearts, and then Ray Bruiser with 4 of diamonds. Do you like how I always call him Ray Bruiser?
Yeah.
Just right?
Ray Bruiser. Is that your real last name?
Yes. All right, Sia.
Shame.
Sia, you are up first. Is this a wouldn't want to be a situation? Mm-hmm. Actually, I think most people would prefer that because you're doing pretty well. The creature is just below you. You hear Chikaro crying out in frustration, pain, and panic. Garaji and Claxby are just ahead of you. Set is behind you. I'm not even sure if you can actively see him super well.
Sia, I don't think she's realized how close she came to being chomped. So she's feeling like if she doesn't make this sprint, the coach is going to cut her from the team. And that coach is, the worm cutting her from life.
Oh, God.
So she's just going to move forward so fast and good. With her athletics at -2, if that's acceptable.
Yeah, go for it.
Do I get my basic move?
Yes, I'll move you up one.
Thank you. It doesn't go off.
Okay, I was going to say, I see 1.
The other one was a 5, but unless I blow up, I'm not going to succeed on this.
So you're at a -2 from your penalties and a -2 because...
I'm at a -1 from fatigue, and I'm at a -1 from my phobia.
But if you're doing it as an action, you get a +2, if that's your whole turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, then I get a 5.
So you move up one more.
So that's a wash for that roll. Yeah, I get 1.
Nice. Okay, you are now on card number 6 out of 9. Nice.
I think she's digging into the same holes that Claxby was digging with his feet. So it's like it enables her to get up even faster. You know what I mean? Because he was a little in front.
Yeah, as you're propelling yourself upwards, you're getting more and more of this heavy green quarry fog just pumping directly into your lungs. You feel this heightened awareness state, just the adrenaline bursting within your chest, urging you forward, telling you that you must reach the top as fast as possible.
She's even kicking off with her regular feet a little bit. Any way she can possibly scramble up this rock.
You're like a Pegasus with your yar legs propelling you up and your legs and arms
Just running.
but not touching anything. Next up is Chikaro, who is very grappled. Isn't sustained any more wounds, so he's still at his D10 -2 strength to break free, but it is contested, so he blew up a 6 into a 9, and this creature gets a 3 and a 4. I'm gonna let that stand, because this guy only has 1 Benny left. So, alright, I guess Chikaro manages to break free.
My God.
For the second time, he's like Hercules. He just shoves this creature's mouth open as it's trying to bring its mouth in to swallow him whole, and he pushes himself out, leaps free, and catches a hand onto the rock, where he remains fixed in place here. Actually, let me see here. I forgot if he's fully bound, he is distracted and vulnerable.
You know, if this worm could spit fire, he would be fully brown. You know? It doesn't spit fire.
All right, so I'm sorry. My math was off there. So he would get a success, but not a raise. So he's not bound, but he is still grappled in place.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you see him get, let's say, most of his body out, but his leg is still sort of wedged between 2 teeth, and he's just still trying to push himself out there as he whimpers and screams. Set. It is your turn. Jack of Spades. What would you like to do? And Chikaro is ahead of you.
I would like to take my full action to try and make progress.
Go for it. So you get a +2 to your roll.
Yeah, +2, -2, +2, -2.
Dang.
So... I get a 4.
That is a success. So with your normal advancement, you move up 2 more spots. You pass Chikaro as he's trying to pull himself out from between its teeth. And as you go by again, he throws out one of his froggy hands, just waving at, empty air, trying to grab on. He says, "Help me! Don't leave me here!"
God damn it.
Saw the face I made, which was like, if it could make a noise, it would be...
Hey, listen, I didn't say he had any self-respect here. Or I didn't say he wasn't completely shameless in wanting to survive.
I mean, aren't we all?
There's no shame in that. I would imagine the unspoken response from Set's Karnak face that is kind of flat, but maybe another Karnak would get it, would be like that face you make when you just regret, sorrow, like
sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy.
It's like I did you one favor. Did you a couple by letting you live in the first place.
As I pull forward, oh man, like he's got a rope, but I already had my turn, so I can't grab it. If there's some sort of command for a Cerakor to bite onto a rope and pull it, this would be the time to use it, buddy. In theory, Chikaro might have some trained commands with them since he trained them.
That is true. Unfortunately, he just spent his entire turn trying to break free, but maybe he'll be able to do that next time. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I pull forward, and that is my turn.
Next up is Graji.
The worms.
The worms. Oh no, it is the worms next. You're right. Sorry, this is probably like the most individuals I've had in an initiative order, like on a tabletop here.
I don't know. Some of the finales got pretty nuts.
All right. The worm still has him entangled, which means he has a movement speed of 0. He's no longer vulnerable, but it's definitely going to try to bite him, because that's what's happening here.
If he's grappled, is it a crush or is it a bite?
It's a bite. This creature is able to bite creatures that it has grappled for that purpose, just like
That makes perfect sense.
All right, and let's see what you got here. So strength plus D4 damage. Strength is currently a D10. That is 10 damage. Yep, that'll deal a wound to Chikara. As more of the acidic hissing as it restructures its jaw and bears back down and starts to, like, you see its teeth sort of fold in like a clamp.
Oh no.
And you hear Chikara let out another cry of pain. And that is its turn. It's a speed of 0, but it can still move, so I think you also see it pull itself back into the rocky face, taking Chikara with it. And you can hear him screaming, and his screams start to have that tinny echoey quality to them. But he disappears from sight. Next up is now Graji. He'll try to move. He gets a success, moves up, passes Sia just a little bit. He is still single-minded determination. He is not turning to see what is going on, because you guys are getting pretty dang close. And then Ray Bruiser cannot see the creature anymore, so he can't shoot. If you guys have anything for him, you can. Otherwise, he'll probably just hold his action to shoot it until, whenever it reappears.
I just wanted to be blind firing into the thing that fell already, just to make sure it's dead on the ground.
That's actually a good point. Okay.
As a request from me.
That's a good point.
Because we don't know.
We
don't.
get... We the audience, so the characters can't see this, but the audience can see. We get a shot of Ray Bruiser, who's, just eyes down the sight of this Gatling gun, pouring bullets up into it. He's got a little smirk at the side of his mouth as he sees the top of its head get cut off and start to fall, and it tumbles down the rocky cliff face and bounces against the wooden water wheel with a splintery crunch, and then it falls out. The Saracorus. Do you guys want to roll some damage for the Saracorus? Some fall damage?
I'll roll it. What is it?
Let's see. It fell from... Roll 3d6 plus 3 damage.
Plus 3?
Plus 3.
It's 14 damage.
It's gonna be enough. So,
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, the Saracorus falls. I think it probably just falls on its neck, and there's a crunch, and it immediately stops moving. The worm's head is still sputtering and writhing around it. And we watch Ray as he swivels the gun towards the head with a questioning quirk of his brow and mouths, "What the hell?" And then we see the back end of it that had been cut through starts to ripple in the same way as before, and it starts to extend outwards and rebuild a second body. But this one is smaller, much like the one up there had to redistribute its mass. So yeah, he's going to start pouring bullets into that one as well. Would anybody like to roll for Ray?
Chase, that's all you.
Sure. How many shooting rolls does he do?
So he has a d6 in shooting. He's going to shoot with a rate of fire of 3. So you get to roll 3 shooting dice here. And it's just going to be at the standard target number of 4 because it's pretty close.
Well, I got a 4 and 2 6s. So let me roll those 2 6s to see. One's an 11, one's a 4, and one is a 10.
Okay, so 2 hit with a raise. One of them hit normally. So it's going to be 2d8 and a d6 plus 1. And you're going to do that twice.
Ooh.
Cool.
And then another one's just 2d8 plus 1.
The worm.
Okay, 8 blows up. 8 blows up. Or 21. Plus 4 is 25. Plus 6 is a 31 damage on one shot.
Oh my god. Keep going, man. I want to see how this falls.
Okay, and then the second critical hit. Okay, we got 3 on a d8, 1 on a d8, 4 total. Then we got a 6 on a d6. So that's 4, 10, 12 on the second shot. And then the 2d8 are 11.
My god.
What we see here is as Ray sees this thing start to buck and move and regrow itself, there's a look of shocked disgust and indignance on his face, like, I just killed this thing, it's gonna stay dead. And he swivels the gun to it and just starts to empty it, just full auto, yelling as he holds it in place, like, ah!
Nice.
And we just see the bullets slamming into this fleshy mass, blasting holes through it. We see it keep trying to recongeal on its center mass to rebuild itself, but it is being so thoroughly eviscerated by this storm of lead and steel that it is just like a pulpy mess by the time he stops to see what happens. And we see the form basically just disintegrate into a pile of much smaller worms that then begin to like burrow, either wriggle and die or burrow down into the ground.
Puh, puh.
Yeah, and then spits on it.
Can I add something that's sad?
Sure.
As the Saracorus is dying, the breath leaves its lungs through its horn and just sounds like a sad trumpet seeing itself off into that cold night.
Ah, it will take a Benny for that sad but very evocative image that I like a lot.
Thank you.
And then he turns his attention skyward once more. And that's the end of the round. Well done. Okay, Set. You get a 6 of diamonds. Sia, 10 of hearts. I can throw that away. Graji, 6 of hearts. Ray Bruiser, Jack of diamonds. And the creature, 9 of hearts. I guess Chikaro still gets a turn. And Chikaro gets an 8 of diamonds. So first up is Ray Bruiser. He's going to go on hold because he can't see any other creature at this point.
Could he just start firing into the pillar?
He could.
I think holding would be better because that thing could pop out. That means he would roll an agility roll to try and interrupt it from attacking one of us. And
that's a good point. Let's do that.
Yeah.
All right. Sia is up after that, though.
May I move ahead?
You may.
And I'm going to attempt to do it again at my wash.
Nice.
D6 athletics. Yeah. That's a 5.
Move one more.
Nice.
So you are now at 8 out of 9. You can see Fun Voyage just up ahead. Like you are almost to the railing, able to pull yourself up. So close.
Her extra movement this turn was spurred on by Chikaro possibly dying, just hearing his pleas and screams for help. And she's like, oh my god! She's running as fast in the opposite direction as she can.
I'm just thinking of Thor and Thor Ragnarok when the master melts the one dude. He's just like, oh my god!
So to clean that up.
All right, so yeah, you're able to easily gain more ground, passing Graji and Claxby just a little bit. Next up is the creature. I'm gonna roll to see who it goes after.
Oh boy, okay.
Here's 3 of you. So I'm going to roll a d6. On a 1 or a 2, it's going to be Set. On a 3 or a 4, it's going to be Graji. And on a 5 or a 6, it's going to be Sia.
Okay.
It's a 4, which means it's going to focus on Graji and Claxby.
No. I mean, any of us know. I would have said no for anybody.
No, they're no good. Oh, Chikaro, but he's already got. Let's see here. Oh my god. Blew up a 10 again. Into an 8. 18.
Is Ray gonna roll agility to try and interrupt this?
Oh, you're right. Thank you, man. So the problem with doing so many small things is I forget things constantly. So I appreciate your attention to the situation and making sure it's there. So if I recall, it means Ray needs to roll an opposed agility against the creature to see who gets to act first. Does that sound right?
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think that's it. What is Ray's agility?
A D4. I gave him a D4 agility.
All right.
Because he's a big Ray Bruiser.
Yeah, okay, so...
But I did give him fighting, so he dumped a lot of points into that.
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah, the creature got a 4.
Ray got a 1.
Dang, okay. So his action, I believe, still goes off, but after this creature's.
Yes, that's what I understand.
Okay. The creature rolled an 18 to try to grapple Claxby and Graji. He got a success with a raise. Or actually, I didn't roll for Graji. Let's see here. He got a success and a raise, which means they are fully bound and in its maw as well.
Oh no.
Very similarly to what you just saw happen with the Saracorus and Chikaro, another very similar head of the same size erupts from the wall right where Claxby is scuttling and wraps its huge circular serrated teeth mouth around them. Claxby makes some pained skitters and chitters. Graji lets out a small cry of surprise as well. That is the creature's turn. Next up is Ray. So Ray gets to make his shots now.
Okay.
So 3 shots at D6. And this one, how far up is this? This might be at a different range. me check that. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So they're 70 pace. So this is going to be actually at a -4 for each shot. So D6 -4.
I was just reading hold. It's technically it's an opposed athletics roll, which is kind of weird to me, but I get it. Okay, cool. And I will roll his. He said it was a D6 -4.
Yeah, just for the range increment.
Yeah. Blew up a 6.
Yeah, buddy.
+5, which is an 11, -4, which comes out to a 7.
So that is a hit, no raise.
So that's 2d8.
+1.
A 9 total.
9 is enough to shake it, but not wound it. Let's see here. The creature is now shaken. So yeah, we see the bullets firing upward again, just shattering bits of rock and shale that begin plummeting down and small puffs of dust and debris. More bullets slamming through the creature, but apparently not hitting anything too vital, so we see more of the orange blood being spattered on the rocky wall, and it makes squeaky hisses as well, even as Claxby does its best to fight back. And that is Ray's turn. Next up is Chikaro. Sia, you are nearby when Graji gets grabbed. You heard Chikaro's voice disappear, down in the rocks and get very faint. You can now hear it better, echoing from within the creature that is currently grabbing Graji and Claxby.
Oh no.
So, here goes Chikaro with one wound now. He got a 7 -3 is 4, and the creature is also rolling that. Let's see here. And it got a 7. So, yep, he is still grappled by it. So you just hear him shrieking and pleading and just, No, you damn beast! Except it's like, from within. And that is his turn.
Oh boy.
Next up is Graji and Claxby. They're grappled together, so I'm going to have to make a roll for each, I think. Would you like to roll for Graji?
Sure. I'll roll for Graji.
How about you roll for Claxby? Claxby is a D10. Chase, would you like to roll for Graji? He has a D8 strength.
D8.
Actually, he would have athletics, so roll a D8 athletics with no penalty.
-2 then for strength?
Yeah, Claxby's he's not a wild card though.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not a wild card, sorry.
Graji got a 7.
I rolled an 18 for Claxby.
Oh man.
So
okay.
-2 then is 16.
Yeah, so they're a package together there. What do you think it is that Claxby does that just frees them here? Is it a combination of Ray shooting it and making it shaken, or?
I know what it does.
Okay.
Claxby bubbles and gurgles for a second and then shoots a jet of boiling water into the throat of the worm.
That's awesome. Take a Benny and roll me 2d6. 7. Again, from within the worm, you hear Chikaro just go,
No! Claxby don't know. Claxby a scorpion.
and he will take a second wound.
Claxby survived. Claxby not burdened by moral quandaries here.
Says Claxby.
So does Claxby's creature type jets of boiling water, or is that just now the thing?
He does shoot water. We didn't really establish that it was boiling water, but I think it makes sense given the situation and it's fun, so.
I mean, maybe it can control the temperature of it.
Maybe it can.
Oh man, it's like Cribdus.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, so Claxby, and I don't think you guys didn't fight him, so it probably didn't come up, but the cactus scorpion basically can shoot a jet of water from its tail. It's mostly for displacement, like Havoc. I was going to have it use that to try to shoot you guys against the cactus spikes.
Oof.
To deal bonus damage, which I thought would have been a neat little encounter if you would have fought him. You didn't, and that's cool, and I like where things are going. All right, so that was very cool. I gave you a Benny, right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Sitting pretty at 2 bennies over here after spending all.
So their action was to break free. They can't do anything, but they do get to advance a card, so Graji just lets out just a cackle of manic triumph as they break free because they're so close to being where they need to be, and they get up alongside of you there, Sia. Finally, we have Set. It is your turn once more.
So they're up ahead of me, right? And I'm trying to go forward?
Yeah, so you are on card number 4 out of 9. They are on card 8 out of 9. The creature is on 7 out of 9 and is currently shaken.
Okay, I need to start trying to blast this thing apart in order to get past it. I need to soften it up. So I am going to shoot a bolt at him.
Very cool.
Do I get any range penalties for shooting this bolt?
So you're currently 3 spaces away. I'm treating the spaces as increments of 10 feet.
Okay.
Maybe it should have been 5 feet, but 10 feet is what I've been doing.
Well, we're up a cliff, so that's 90-foot cliff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair. Like, that would be a considerable obstacle.
You get to move 1 space for free, so if you want to move your free space beforehand, you can. And if you wanted to try doing your free rolling movement too, that's also an option to try to close the gap.
Okay, yeah, I'll do both of those. And then, so I'll do my riding check, which is at a -2.
Okay.
That fails.
Okay, so you're currently 2 spaces away from it, so 20 feet is your range increment.
And what is bolts?
It's based off your smarts.
Times 2, which is...
Bolt's range is generally, however far I need it to be, Sedaris.
Yeah. Technically, my range on my bolt is 16 feet. So is this thing large enough?
Yeah, you know what? It is still a larger creature because it hasn't been cut too far down to size yet. So you get a -2 for the range, but a +2 for the size, so those will wash.
Double the power's listed range for 1 point.
Yeah, if you do that, then you will have no penalties and you'll be at a +2.
Yeah, so I will use the range modifier.
Nice.
Try and hit this guy, and yeah. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and also add the damage modifier. So this is going to cost me 4 power points to make this bolt to try and do this.
Nice.
I'll roll my essence at a -2 because I'm freaked out.
I'm freaking out, man.
Oh, my 6 blows up to a 4. -2 is an 8, so that's a success with the raise.
Sure is. 4d6 damage.
And so that means I do 4d6 damage plus an additional d6 because of my adventure card.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to do 5d6 of damage against this creature where I shoot a blast of like sharded rock at him.
So cool.
That's awesome.
Okay, that's a lot of ones.
You got a
But I got a 6, so I'm going to roll the 6. Plus 5, 6, 5, that's 11, 12, 13. That's 19 damage total.
19 is not bad, and it's already shaken, so that's going to cause 3 additional wounds. Are you happy with that roll?
Yes.
Paint me a word picture. What does this look like?
As the Saracor's lunging forward, I'm grasping onto the reins and like hunkering down, look forward. As the shards of rock are like raining down on me from the cacophony happening above, I catch some of the shards in my hand and I close my eyes, pull back towards my stomach, and then throw it forward. And as the single shard rolls forward, the other shards coming down as it comes around it are falling, and then they bell around and then jolt back up forward towards this creature as all these sharp shards of rock just dig into its side and start burrowing through it.
That's awesome. So it's like a shale shotgun.
Yeah. So
cool. All these little shards and razor pellets fly up. From your perspective, again, it's just like a hail of these small fragments of rock shredding through the spongy flesh. Orange pus-like blood just spatters everywhere. You can now see up this high bits of daylight shining through the creature with all the places you've literally torn it to ribbons as it squeals and writhes again. As you continue getting closer, you can see through those holes that have been cut, there are smaller, more minute wiggles happening and just more motion, but the husk that is poking its head out right now sort of falls limp and drags down, falling down with gravity, bending down like an empty sock as it sort of twitches, but you can still hear noise coming from inside. And that is the end of your turn. We might be at the last round of combat here, but we shall see. That would make sense to me.
But you never know.
But you never know, yeah. And it is still shaken. Okay. Set 6 of spades. Sia 9 of spades. Graji ace of clubs.
Whoop.
Ray Bruiser ace of spades. The ace of spades. Creature 5 of hearts. And Chikaro 3 of clubs.
Oh boy.
All right, so Ray is first with the ace of spades. What do you guys want Ray to do here?
Hold.
Just in case something else happens?
Yeah.
All right. Ace of clubs is Graji. He gets a complication, which is a king of clubs. That's not super good. Complications. Clubs at a -2. Treat as a critical failure on a maneuvering roll. Would you guys like to roll for his riding? It's a D8. Chase, he's going to roll a D8 -2 to try to retain control here.
He rolled a 2.
Mounted, roll a D6. 1 to 2, the rider loses his turn. 3 to 4, his mount suffers fatigue. This applies to the animal's rolls and the rider's rolls. 5 to 6, the rider suffers fatigue from a bad bounce, low-hanging obstacle, or overexertion trying to control the animal. Would you like to roll a D6?
3.
So Claxby suffers fatigue.
Claxby, no!
No! What kind of complication happens? I mean, do you think maybe just Ray shot a chunk of debris free and it falls down and bounces off Claxby's hide and something like that?
Freaks out Grudgy because he's now afraid of falling objects.
Yeah, I really like that.
Checks out to me.
So yeah, see, he's right next to you. Just see him wrenching up on the reins, panic in his eyes as he tries to steady Claxby and keep moving forward. And he will actually make it there because he only needs one more. So you see them crest up over the lip of Fun Voyage onto the deck of the boat itself. From this range, you can see is like a triple-decker riverboat ferry.
Cool.
Next up is Sia with a 9 of spades.
I would like to move one forward.
Okay.
And let's see, what can I do? Support.
Yeah, so you've made it here, so whatever you would like to do is cool with me.
I think I might hold a sling attack in case another worm pops out.
Cool. I like that a lot.
She gets up on the deck and just like rolls onto her back and is grasping the ground with both hands, and then grabs her sling from her belt and just starts whipping it with like one hand clutching the edge of the boat, looking down, watching Set's progress.
Very cool. I like that a lot. Next up is Set. It is all you. You see the limp carcass of, well, mostly limp carcass of this creature sort of bouncing up and down with maybe the weight of the gravity or something else, but it is not actively attacking you.
Or something else.
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh.
There's a whole man inside.
There's a whole man in there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to make a break for it and try and get up there. So I'm going to roll at a wash instead of all the ridiculous penalties.
Yeah, so you move 1 automatically. You are now at 6 out of 9.
And I rolled a 6 plus 5, which is an 11.
Nice. So you make it to number 8 out of 9. You are just so close. You are right there at the crest. You can see Sia standing above you, whipping her sling around in the air as you're just very nearly there.
And for a moment, I feel a tinge of pride as she's swinging and spinning the weapon I gave her.
Very
just
cool.
in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. All right. Beneath you, with sort of a gross organic squelch, you see the head of this worm-like creature that's poking out begin to writhe and bubble, and then it just explodes in a puff of this nasty orange goo, and you can see much, much smaller worms flying outwards, now starting to literally rain down through the mist below. The tiny worms go in every direction. They immediately start grappling onto the stone, burrowing their way in, and moving in a mass. Some of them are still covering the external cliff face, and it's just writhing and moving, completely covering up the stone itself. So it's sort of like worm paint.
Ew. Does Chikaro take a wound? Does he take damage from the explosion of acid blood?
So we're going to find out.
Yeah, ain't we?
What we're going to do here is, because now this creature has been reduced to a swarm, is we're going to deal some automatic swarm damage to Chikaro. Oh my god, so swarms deal 2d4 damage, and I just blew up both 4s. And oh my god, okay. So the swarm deals 18 damage to Chikaro, which is enough to...
He doesn't have any bennies left?
I think I spent... Did I spend 1 Benny earlier? Then he'd still have 1, so... In a good faith effort, I will spend his 2nd Benny to soak. Would somebody like to roll his D8 Vigor to see if he soaks at all?
Is he a wild card?
He is a wild card. Chikaro is.
Okay, I'll go ahead and roll his D8 Vigor with his wild tie. He rolls a 4.
Okay, so he gets 1 success on 19 damage. Chikaro's toughness is an 8 with 1 armor. This thing has armor piercing, so it's a 7, so 7 to 11 is 1, to 15 is 2, to 19 is 3, so he soaks 1, so it's going to deal 2 more wounds, bringing him to 3 wounds. But he's still alive. I think what we see now is, Set, you are just very nearly over the crest. Sia, you have your sling whipping around above you. You guys see just this shambling form poke its head out of the hole that is much closer to you, like right where it had burst out and tried to grab Graji and Claxby. You see this worm-covered figure, very squat, very bulbous, put its hands on the edge of the rock and start to wrench itself out, still panting and squealing as these worms are covering it. You can hear the sizzle of the acid as he just pushes himself out, desperately trying to cling to life.
So he's just like, holy shit!
Covered in orange goo that's, still steaming on him, and he looks up towards you and reaches a hand up.
I mean, she'll reach a hand down if she can reach him.
Oh, no, he's like 10, 20... He's 20 feet below you, so you cannot reach him. And that's the end of this turn.
Oh, Jesus.
So, okay. So, moment of truth here for you guys. Ray Bruiser is on hold with the goal being to cover your exit on anything coming out of that hole. Do you think Ray is going to take shots at him?
I think there's no way that Ray would be able to do... Like, this thing is a writhing mass of worms covered in orange goo, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I think that'd be a smarts roll.
To see if he can, hold his fire?
Yeah, a smarts or notice to see if he can tell if this is not just more of that weird creature that's behaved, in an incredibly strange way in front of him by disintegrating into a mass of worms,
You can go ahead and roll his D4 smarts, that's fine.
May I?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a 1.
Nope. All right, so Chase, Ray's gonna open fire here if you would like to roll his fully automatic 3d6. The range is still going to be a -4. He does not get the penalty or the bonus because of size. So,
okay, I'm going to roll 3d6.
God, this would be spicy if Ray kills him.
Spicy.
1-6 blows up. 2d6 blow up.
Oh my God. Ray's like, I gotta protect my friends from these worms.
The last roll is a 1 on the die.
I know there are rules with automatic fire and 1s, but I think it's if the majority of your rolls come up 1s.
It's if someone's near you.
Innocent bystanders, right?
Or that was his last roll, so his last shot could jam the gun if you want to do that one. I'm not reading up on that, but I am going to roll the damage for these other 2 rolls.
Please do.
Okay.
Should only use this roll when it's dramatically appropriate. I don't think that means it's going to hit anybody here. Weapons that spray bullets or buckshot are more likely. Let's do rate of fire.
So the first shot that hits is a 9.
For damage?
For damage.
Okay.
The second one, we have the 6 blow up. We have one of the 8s blows up.
Oh, God.
Okay, so he did unshake. The first one shakes him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds like the second one's going to kill him.
Yeah. So I'm going to roll. So that's 8 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3.
Let's see here.
8 and 6 is 14 plus 2 is 16 plus 5. So 21.
Yeah, so unless someone feels very strongly or wants to spend a Benny to change fate here, Sia, what you specifically see, because Set can turn around and see this too, but what you guys see is Chikaro pushing himself out, covered in these nasty acidic worms, reaching a hand up to you. I don't even think you can see an expression. He's just so covered. He looks like this nasty, half-dead thing. And then you hear the report of gunfire from below and more of these enormous bullets just carving into the mountainside, blowing away chunks of rock. You see a moment of jostling movement as Chikaro is hit by something, but then he just disappears into the spray, and it is indistinguishable from everything else around him. You just see him go. He's gone.
And Sia is going to have to talk about that with her therapist.
Oh, God.
When she gets a therapist.
The ringing noise of automatic fire cuts through him, and then the gun falls silent, and all that we hear is the tinkling of rock as it continues to fall, the hissing noise of the gas coming out of the rock itself, and then the writhing masses below you, and then everything falls silent.
I think it's dramatically appropriate that only Sia sees this.
I think that's cool.
Yep.
We'll certainly call the chase there because the main foes have been vanquished. Set, you are able to make your way that last 10 feet without any additional delays or complications. As you guys break up onto the deck of Fun Voyage, I think we just get like a really cool scenic panoramic shot as you find that you're actually above the mist here. And you can look out over the entire expanse of this area, very similar to where you were at the Sittersent looking out. There's just peaks of these jagged rocky spires poking up through the mist, and that green fog blanketing it, so it's kind of like you're looking over a misty lake that you know there is stuff beneath it. But it's just this ethereal world. The sky stretches in every direction. You can see other landscape, but you're just on a foggy island in the middle of all of this. This 3-tiered riverboat that has seen better days, pieces missing, everything's broken.
That is the nicest view Sia has ever seen.
The last shot we get is the group standing on the broken and slanted deck of Fun Voyage, looking out over the sunny expanse of this foggy lake, the sun high in the sky, a moment of peace and deadly tranquility as the green quarry mist continues to hiss and bubble out and fall beneath you. Fun Voyage awaits.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for listening to this episode of Silica Valley with us. Set, as you know, is played by Chase Absher, and we just love him to bits. Our music is by Crockett, Waveshaper, and Marcus D. Crockett you can find at crockett.bandcamp.com and at Crockett80s on most socials. Waveshaper at waveshaper.bandcamp.com and at waveshaper_SWE on most socials. Marcus D is at Marcus D on Twitter and at marcusd.bandcamp.com. And I have a couple patrons to thank. Thank you so much to Chase, Valentine, Shakes, Nakota, Jackie, Jade, and Paxton. And also a big thank you to Caleb Sunstead, Zach, Ben Hatton, Gerald, Andrea, Davriel, Ellis, Zane, Nathan, Romalak, Lexington 296, Calder, T-Pay, and Ayana. Thank you all so much. Every bit of support and feedback you give us makes it so much easier to get every new episode right to you. Thank you, especially as we are in this time of realignment. It means the world. If you would like to number among these patrons, and many others, you can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/RPG for you and me. Find us at RPG for you and me on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And I'd like to introduce our new social media manager, Mads. Follow them on Blue Sky at the link in the description. Also in the links, our show Discord. It's free to join, so come on, hang out. See you next time.